What's up, you guys? Lauren Golden here from the Free Mama. Welcome to Free Mama TV. I'm so excited for today's episode because you are not only going to get to learn all about what it takes to run YouTube as a virtual assistant and offer this service, but I have my very own YouTube manager in the face behind the scenes here at Free Mama TV. The amazing Sam D is here with us today. What's up, Sam?
Hi.
How does it feel to be in front of the camera for a change on this channel?
It feels a little strange, but I am excited.
Yes, because you are so good at what you do. You've helped us grow to tens of thousands of subscribers here on Free Mama TV, which is really exciting because we get to help a ton of people. But more than that, there's other benefits to having Free Mama TV for me as a business owner and as someone who has a mission and wants to make an impact in the world, but also is running a business and needs leads and wants to make money and do all of those things simultaneously. And so what we're going to talk about today is how Sam actually she gets paid to help me do that. And so this is a really cool niche for people who like video, like editing, all of those things. So we're going to dive right in. Some things you might not know about YouTube though. Let's start there, Sam. Like, talk to me about this platform. Why is YouTube different from, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok? Like, what's going on here at YouTube, and why is this such a valuable marketing avenue for business owners, and therefore making it a profitable niche for people like you?
Yeah, so the difference between social media platforms and YouTube is that YouTube is a search engine. It's owned by Google. So the benefits from being on there are getting found easily and just being able to be found in Google searches, not only just Facebook and Instagram and things like that. It's very search driven. So whenever somebody is searching for whatever you're talking about, you're likely to pop up in a search result.
Yeah. And that might be how you landed on this video right now. Probably either you subscribed to Free Mama TV or you wanted to learn about being a YouTube manager. So with that said, Sam, like, that's probably one of the biggest things we do together, is talk about, like, what do we want to help people with? What are those videos? What are the topics that make sense for me? But then you go behind the scenes, and a big part of what you do comes before we even film a video. And so with it being a search engine, like, what does that actual work look like for you? Like, what are you doing to make sure my channel is effective and not just posting videos online?
Yeah. So the thing behind making sure that you're going to be found is that you need to do the research before you sit down to record a video, because YouTube works in a funny way where not only are they using your description and your title, but they're also using your auto-populated transcript that comes from your video to place you in search. So you really have to know what your main keyword or key phrase is. You really have to know what your ideal demographic is that you're going for, so that you make sure that you talk about those things inside of your video to help you get found more in YouTube. So when we're planning out for Free Mama TV, you give me a list of topics, or I just go in through your YouTube studio and I look at what people are searching for with Keywords Everywhere and TubeBuddy and vidIQ are the three tools that I use the most. And then you can see what people are searching for, how many searches it's getting per month. And there is a specific formula to how many subscribers you have and what types of keywords and search volume that you're using on your channel. It's really beneficial to go back and see if you have a larger channel already that you're working on, to see if they have a viral video or anything like that. If you can pull something from that video and talk about it a little more so that you are getting more eyes on that channel.
Cool. So what percentage of your time would you say you spend doing prep work to actually launch a video?
I spend the majority of my time doing the prep work because that is where the magic happens. You can edit a video beautifully and it won't matter because it's not going to get found if you don't have all of the prep work, like thumbnail research and keyword research and just kind of seeing what's working for other creators out there with a larger following than you. and taking that and kind of working it into your own process.
Okay, you just use the word research like 2 or 3 times in the same sentence. So what other skill sets do you think make somebody like a good candidate, or skill sets or personality traits, or like, what are those things that would make somebody good at YouTube management?
What makes me really love and thrive at YouTube management and strategy is that I am a very analytical and strategic person. And I really like to, sometimes it's a bad thing when I overanalyze things, but in this sense, it works out to my benefit and my clients' benefits, because I get to kind of just like dig and see what is working strategically and how we can take that and mold it into what we want. So definitely, if you are a very analytical and strategic person mixed with some creativity, this is like the perfect niche to be in.
That's awesome. So who wants to be on YouTube, or who should be on YouTube, or who's on YouTube? Like, who would a group of like ideal clients be for someone who wants to get into YouTube management? Who should they be talking to?
So this really depends on your goals with your business. If you wanted to go more in the vlog area, you can target people who are making vlogs and they're interested in making vlogs. It's a very different niche to be in. So that one's a little tough in terms of when you're doing research. So just keep that in mind. But something that is really popular right now is the coaching and the service-based businesses and just small businesses in general. They want to get on YouTube because it is such a powerful platform when you are on video and people are seeing you face to face and hearing your voice. They can connect with you more. So smaller businesses and service providers are really looking to get more into YouTube, but they don't have the time to sit down and do all of the analyzing and strategy that it takes to be found on YouTube and be successful.
Yeah, because like you said, it's a search engine. So the whole reason someone would outsource it could be for the editing, the videos, the technical piece. But even then, if they have that without the strategy, their videos are going to get found, and they're going to probably end up frustrated that they're wasting time. Okay, so we talked about kind of the pre-work of what you do as a YouTube manager, but how else can you get paid to help people get their videos on? Like, what happens next? So we meet, we've got some topics, you spend more than 50% of the time of what you do doing all that pre-work, the research, and like you said, naming the title of the video and writing descriptions and things like that. Then what comes next once I've actually filmed the video? What's kind of the publishing process look like as a YouTube manager?
Yeah, so that part is also strategic. So we go ahead and we edit the video. Again, that we spend the least amount of time there because that's not where you want to spend your time when you're trying to get your videos out. And then we have to take the keywords and key phrases that we're using for that video and come up with a description that makes sense and doesn't sound like a robot, but it's going to help us get found inside of the search results. We also take a still frame from the video and make a thumbnail. So I'll have to do some research on that to see what's working with that topic for other creators. So we go in and search the term that we're using and see what thumbnails are popping up. And then after we upload it and get it on YouTube, we just watch the success of it and see if there's any improvement that needs to be made. So for most of the channels that I manage, they are monetized. So I do recommend that my clients have videos that are 8 minutes or longer because we can put ad breaks in. But with that, we have to be careful because I have to go back and look, are they losing viewers when these ads are popping up? Should I move the ads? And the same thing with the info cards when they're recommending videos. Are people dropping off of their channel altogether? How can we fix this? Can I move something around? Is our viewer retention good? Is there something we should be paying attention to in the recording process? And all of these things that go into it to kind of make sure that we keep growing and the success keeps coming.
Let's keep talking about that viewership and making sure that they don't pop up, because obviously that's something that I'm invested in, is making sure that people are actually getting all of the content and making it to the end of the video, regardless of monetization. what are some things that we've done just alone on Free Mama TV, or what are some things that we test and try? Because from where I sit, like what makes you a good YouTube manager is that you're willing to play with some of those things. Like we try new things, we add new graphics, we try to make things exciting. And sometimes we add things that are choppy because we all know our attention span has declined. And as soon as something gets boring, people are going to move away. So what are some of those things that are working right now? Because we're making this video and who knows, 6 months from now, they might not be effective strategies anymore. What's some things that you look for to be strategic within the editing process to improve viewership?
So when I'm editing a video, typically I try to keep them 25 minutes or less because like you said, our attention span is just not great these days. So we have to get to the point. What are they watching the video for? And then I also go in, and if there's any like longer periods of where somebody is maybe thinking about something or they're saying a lot, like I tend to do, and it's a lot of work to cut those out. But when you cut them out and make it a little more choppy, it grabs people's attention a little longer. I also go in and I'll add GIFs, sounds, we'll do crops, we'll change the frame a little bit.
Every now and again, I make you give me a trumpet.
Yeah, that one was fun.
It's the unexpected, right? It's like, how does this stay interesting? I love it. Well, I think you do an amazing job with that. Let's talk about setting your rate as a YouTube manager. It might look a little bit different than other niches within virtual assistants, perhaps not. What does that look like for you? Do you charge per month, per video? How is it an hourly rate? What does it look like to actually be compensated as a YouTube manager?
So I've tried a little bit of everything. I have now in my business decided that the thing that works best for me is just putting together packages and not charging for my time or the video count. So when I first started, I was charging per video, and I started very low because I started out as just a video editor. So I was charging $50 a video. I quickly realized that I needed something more because people can pay pennies on the dollar to hire video editors. So you need to have something else if you really want to make a good income when you're working with video. So I dabbled in the YouTube world, and that's when I started charging hourly. I think I started at $35 an hour. And from there, I don't like tracking my time. And when you're just in the zone, it's hard sometimes for people to track their time. So now I just put my packages together, and depending, like I'll still look at how long is it going to take me? What do I want to get per hour? And I put that into my packages and my package rates, but don't word it that way. So it doesn't look like I'm charging them for my time.
Awesome. So what are some good steps for someone who wants to get started? Like you said, you started with the video editing. The strategy came a little bit later. For someone who's brand new to maybe the world of virtual assistants or freelancing altogether, or YouTube, what are some things that they could be doing to practice or explore or get their foot in the door with YouTube management?
So the thing that helped me was just getting out there and seeing what people needed. So you were actually my first client. I started with just editing for you, and then I was able to kind of see the behind the scenes and see what was going on. You can start your own channel and kind of just get your foot in the door and see what is behind the scenes. You don't have to aim for the viewership or anything like that, but you can get your hands in there and see what's going on, what the YouTube studio looks like, if it's something that you think you can work with, if it's something you think you might enjoy.
So let's talk time frame, start to finish on a YouTube video. What does an actual project look like for you? So whether someone's charging a package or hourly, like you first started out, with the keywords and the actual editing and the publishing, start to finish, about how long does it take to actually do this work as a YouTube manager?
So when you are doing all of the research and the editing and every little piece of the YouTube process, for me right now, it takes, depending on the length of the video, of course, it probably takes me from start to finish time-wise, 3 to 4 hours, but I do spread that out over different days. So I'll batch, like, am I going to edit today, or am I going to do keyword research and things like that? probably for one video about 3 to 4 hours.
One of the things that I observe that I think is super cool about YouTube management is that you can literally set your own hours. You can do it any time of day. If you're a night owl, you can be editing videos really late at night. The flip side of that is that typically with more established channels, you are working with deadlines. So we publish once a week. I'm sure every channel out there does something totally different, but most channels that are consistent, you will have those deadlines, but you have the freedom and flexibility to work any time of day. Whereas a lot of other VA niches are going to maybe require you to have like more traditional working hours. So would you agree, Sam?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we talked about a lot of different things from who's on YouTube to what the process actually looks like to how to get paid for this type of work. For anybody who's interested in more of the hand-holding approach to learning how to be a YouTube manager, Sam has learned so much over the last few years, not just supporting me, but other entrepreneurs and herself with their online presence over here on YouTube. And she has put together an entire program to walk you through step-by-step exactly how to do that as well. It's called Cultivate and Explode with YouTube. Sam, tell them a little bit about what they can expect to learn if they follow the link down below to learn more about this program.
So Cultivate and Explode is my program that I created to help you go from not understanding YouTube at all to understanding how it all works, the strategy that you need and what to put into it, as well as how to onboard clients and help them month to month strategize and manage their channel with them.
That's awesome. You guys, she is a wealth of knowledge. So make sure you check out the link down below. Free Mama TV is hands down one of my most proud accomplishments inside the Free Mama. By the way, shout out to the Facebook group. I'm sure she'll put a graphic. Do you see how I'm pointing here? I'm pointing here. There's nothing there, but she's going to put something there and a trumpet. Okay. It's so fun. It really is. I love getting to work with Sam to produce something that helps so many people get so many eyeballs inside of my business. And you can become that type of valuable asset for your own clients as well. So again, check out that link, subscribe. We've got a whole series going on this month. So YouTube management, you're kind of on the fence, make sure you explore all these different opportunities. And if you know that this is calling your name and you want to learn more, again, I encourage you to check out Cultivate and Explode. Anything we didn't talk about, Sam, that you want to share about YouTube management? Do you love it? What's the best thing about being a YouTube manager?
I just love that I get to strategize with my clients and watch their channel grow and just watch the success of their channel and their business.
That's awesome. What's the best thing about editing my videos?
The bloopers.
Or the worst thing.
I love the bloopers.
You don't have any bloopers. Just kidding. Well, the bloopers. Hi. Lots of outtakes together. Good thing we don't do this every time. We might never get to the point.
So that's a good question. Did that answer the question? Never mind. We won't talk about that. Sorry.
You already have to edit the video, so it's okay if I'm brain dead. One moment. We're a mess. Let's talk about, I guess now you've got your coffee. Sorry.
Sorry.
This video is going to be hard for you. Sorry.
No, you should see when I'm editing my own. We'll just go with it.
All right. It's your call.